All right, it's Sunday night in the Harley house, and that's Michelle on camera right now. And I'm Bryant, and doing this just to kind of share with all of our friends on Facebook. We've come across some pretty cool recipes over the last few years, and this is one of them. Actually, one that we've done, which you can see the tomatoes there, if you'll point at them, Michelle.
Right here.
And then what's the on the left there, on Michelle's left, is something new that we're going to try tonight. We've never done it before.
Right.
But tell everybody, where did we get the inspiration for this?
The inspiration came from the Maya Beach Club in Isla Mujeres, where they took some either flank steak or skirt steak and put some onions and peppers and cheese in there, and then rolled it up and put it on the barbecue and heated it up. It was fabulous.
It was really good. It was the first meal we had when we got to Isla Mujeres. So again, go over what the different things are that we have here that we're prepping.
So what we did right now is I couldn't find skirt steak this evening, and so I ended up getting like some thinly sliced chuck steak. And then made a little bit of, what do I want to say, a concoction basically to put on top of this with some fresh herbs that involved some olive oil, some fresh sage right here, and a shallot, and some fresh garlic, and salt and pepper. And just mixed all of that up in the food processor and then put that on the bottom. So you could probably see right here where it's got our fresh herbs and all of that kind of stuff all mixed together. I also put some fresh tarragon or thyme in there too as well.
Okay. And then lastly, but not leastly, is this, it's a cream cheese type spread, right?
Yep. And so what we did then is we took a whole green onion. We put prosciutto on each of these. And then put a whole green onion in there. And then normally would use an Anaheim pepper, but we only had, they unfortunately were out of them at the store. So we're going to just go with a Pasilla pepper, which I think is pretty toasty. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. And then put the cream cheese on top here. And then we're going to do another one that we're going to actually add fresh cheddar on it.
All right.
And then we're going to roll these babies up as well as we can. And what we're going to use...
So kind of show that real quick, Michelle. What are we going to do? You said we're going to roll it up. Kind of show what you mean by that.
I don't particularly know quite yet.
But basically, we're just going to
take this on the side.
Yep.
And we're going to... I guess I'll try it.
We'll roll it. And you don't have to do it right now because we're going to show it when it's been rolled.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's the idea, is that you basically make a meat roll.
Right.
And then we've got these fancy rubber bands,
that
or silicone bands.
Wedding, which is pretty cool.
They're 10 years old.
Yep, but they were never opened until just now.
All right.
And then we're going to put these around.
And that'll hold the roll in place.
That should hold the roll in place. So everything doesn't undo.
Right.
I mean, this looks a little messy, but I think it'll still do the job.
Just hold everything together.
Hold everything together. And these are supposed to be good up to like 450 or 500 degrees on the grill.
All right.
So do you think I should put another one in the middle?
Yeah, probably. Okay. But let's move over here, though, so that we're not boring people to death while that happens. But what we have on this tray, I showed it at the beginning, it's just, these are sliced tomatoes. This is a recipe that we came across last year.
Yes.
And we loved it. We made it like a couple of times in a row. And then you just kind of forget about it and you don't have it again for like 10 months.
Right.
So here we are. We just had it last week. We're going to have it again. But basically, we're going to grill these slices of tomatoes on the grill. You can see the sheet that I've got there. It's just a perforated sheet, basically. And the white stuff you see under there is just cooking spray so that they don't get stuck to that sheet. But what I'll do is I'll put those on the grill for a little bit, turn them over, get them started to grill pretty good. And then Michelle's also going to make a special topping that goes on there. It's kind of like a pesto, kind of.
Kind of. It's got salt, pepper, red pepper, garlic, Parmesan cheese, some olive oil, and then when it's done at the end, you can mix in some feta cheese if you like sprinkle that on the top to kind of melt it. So.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do, and you'll see that when we come back. We'll get onto the grill part of it, and then, of course, once we put it on the plate, you guys can see what the finished product looks like. So we'll be back shortly.
All right.
All right, so this is the concoction that's going to go onto the tomatoes.
Yeah.
And so run through what's in there again. We've got some shredded Parmesan cheese.
Shredded Parmesan cheese, and there's salt, pepper, crushed red pepper, and olive oil.
Right there, Villa Blanca.
As well as some garlic.
All right.
And I use some salt-free seasoning just for some additional herbs.
Okay.
Well, here's Bryant. He is standing at the grill right now.
Yeah, so the first thing I want to show you is this grill sheet. Michelle had a really good idea because we have these, come back over here a little bit. The meat has the cheese rolled up in it. There you can see them all rolled up now. And we have concern about the cheese. So the first thing I'm going to cook here is going to be the meat so that we can get that, put it underneath a tent and let it do the basic cook down so that it gets kind of juicy. And then we'll throw the tomatoes on. Tomatoes will go 3 minutes on one side, and then we'll flip them, and then we'll add that concoction that we showed you just a couple of minutes ago. All right, so without any further ado.
And we don't really know at this point in time exactly how long we have to keep these buggers on the grill. So Bryant is the grill master, and will make that determination.
I will. All right, in they go. We'll be back.
All right.
So there they are. They've been on for about 4 minutes, probably, maybe 5. They're getting pretty close to being done. Because that steak, which is skirt.
This is chuck steak.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Well, it's cut pretty thin, so it's going to get done pretty quickly. Okay, so these babies are ready to come off the grill. So just real quick, you can see how good they look coming off of there.
Looks like they browned up nicely.
And the next thing will be to put the tomatoes on. So, all right, so the tomatoes just came out, and now they're getting their feta treatment.
Feta treatment. It's like a spa treatment for the tomato.
And so there you go. Next to be seen here is going to be the serving onto the plate. All right, Michelle is taking the tents off from the rolled up meat and removing the bands. I didn't know if they were reusable, and Michelle seems to think that we can reuse those bands, so that'll be nice. Lost a little bit of cheese in the process. It's not bad.
Not too bad. I think that made a big difference putting it on that.
On the sheet.
On the sheet, so it wasn't all just falling down.
Yeah. And again, that's just a grilling sheet. You can find those probably at a Home Depot or even Walmart. All right, we're ready now for the big reveal. You saw them. They don't look much different than what you saw out on the grill, but now we're ready to throw these on the plate and eat them up.
We'll just take this guy with the cheddar.
Yeah.
Looks like it's done, just like medium.
Good.
Do you want some of the other?
Yes, please.
All right. That's what that guy looks like. Looks like it's done perfect.
All right, and here are the tomatoes. All right, got a third one coming. There we go. Voila.
Bon appetit.
There's Sunday night cooking on the grill with Brian and Michelle. Glad you guys checked it out. If you want to know what this recipe is, right?
Yep. Send us a PM.
All right. Thanks.